Beneath the waves, a vibrant underwater club pulses with neon light and nervous energy, where jellyfish dance among patrons, sipping glowing elixirs. Above the aquatic revelry, a sign proclaims awkward nightclub, a testament to the mix of excitement and trepidation hanging in the salty air. In the dimly lit, awkward nightclub, Patrick Starr, adorned in vibrant green shorts with purple flowers, steps onto the stage, clutching a spoon as if it were a microphone.
Hello, I'm Patrick. And this isn't a spoon. It's my confidence, and also my cereal shovel. One jellyfish coughs.
A distant cough from a jellyfish breaks the silence. It immediately floats away in shame.
But don't worry, folks. I practiced this routine in the mirror for 2 hours, until the mirror begged me to stop. So I asked my best friend, SpongeBob, "Hey buddy, how do I make people laugh?" And he said, "Try being yourself." So I took a nap, because that's who I am. A guy who naps so hard, his dreams file noise complaints. Every time stand-up comedy lying down, it's just sleeping with a spotlight. But the pressure's worse.
A sea cucumber in the crowd sighs loudly. Patrick blinks slowly. The audience, a motley crew of sea creatures, fixes their expectant gaze upon Patrick, awaiting a performance that promises to be anything but ordinary. A metallic clink echoes through the club as Patrick taps the spoon, the sound cutting through the silence, setting the stage for an unpredictable act.
But I'm not just a pretty face. I also do impressions. This is my impression of a confused "thank you, thank you." And now, a joke. Why did the plankton bring a ladder to the Krusty Krab?
A few barnacles tense up.
Because it heard. The burgers were on another level.
The silence is deafening. Patrick nods solemnly.
Don't worry, I get it. Once, I performed in front of a rock. It didn't laugh either, but when I walked away, it rolled over. So, that's something.
Sandy whoops again, holding up a neon drink.
You got 'em on the ropes, Patrick. They just don't know what kind of jelly they're swimming in yet.
That's beautiful, Sandy. Almost poetic, like a haiku made out of mayonnaise.
Suddenly, a stingray chuckles. Patrick locks eyes with him.
He laughed. We caught one.
Jellyfish erupt into soft applause, like underwater fireflies.
Tough crowd. But I once performed in front of a rock, and it gave me a standing ovation. Then, I realized it was my rock. My cousin. He's a barnacle. Literally. My cousin. He's a barnacle. Literally. He just sticks around, emotionally unavailable, and permanently attached to a rock.
Yeehaw! You tell 'em, Patrick. Show these folks how we do it downtown Bikini Bottom style. Make 'em laugh so hard, their gills cramp up.
Patrick squints at Sandy.
Thanks, Sandy. That was the most support I've gotten since I tried to microwave a snowball. And now, my impression of a confused sea sponge.
He does absolutely nothing.
That was it. Thank you.
Under the harsh glare of the stage lights, Patrick stands paralyzed, his face glistening with nervous sweat as he stares blankly into the abyss of the nightclub. In a moment of bizarre inspiration, Patrick seizes a pineapple, his gaze locked in an intense, silent communion with the tropical fruit.
You understand me? You wear a crown, yet remain humble. Spiky on the outside, juicy on the inside. Like my soul, he gasps. Wait, are you me?
He gasps. The club gasps with him. A bubble pops dramatically.
All my life, I've been searching for answers. I looked under rocks, inside rocks. Once, I even interviewed a sponge. And all this time, you were in the produce aisle, next to discount coconuts. I vow to protect you from juicers, from blenders, from SpongeBob's 3 a.m. snack attacks that begin with, "Do you think this would taste good microwaved?" Behold, my co-headliner, Piney, the fruit with jokes. Piney, tell us a joke. What did the pineapple say to the blender? Let's not make this a smoothie relationship.
Sandy nearly falls off her bar stool, slapping the counter.
Woo! That fruit's got more punch than a Texas rodeo with no bulls.
Thanks, Sandy. That means a lot. You always see the fruit behind the rind.
Without missing a beat, Patrick continues.
I ordered a pizza. It never came. But you know what did come? This.
Confused applause trickles in from a stingray and a pufferfish in formal wear.
I asked for extra cheese. Life gave me tropical fruit with commitment issues. And honestly, it's the best delivery I never ordered. Maybe the pineapple wasn't late. Maybe I was.
Chaos erupts as a pineapple hurled from the stage strikes an unsuspecting fish, triggering an exaggerated cartoon reaction.
Now that's entertainment. Patrick, if Texas had fruit comedy, you'd headline The Alamo.
Thanks, Sandy. It's nice to finally peel back the layers.
The lights flicker, uncertain if they want to stay on. A jellyfish DJ spins ambient whale sounds over a beat no one understands. Patrick stands alone near the back of the club, his form barely lit by a flickering neon sign that reads, "Exit." He stares at it like it's a riddle from the ancients. He squints, eyes narrow in deep, sluggish thought. The beat drops somewhere behind him, but Patrick remains motionless. Patrick, simple question?
Entrance? Hangs in the air? If that's the exit, was I never really inside? What if the exit is just the entrance to somewhere even more disappointing?
The club lets out a collective, confused silence. Somewhere, a squid sobs.
Maybe life is just a hallway full of signs, and none of them are in sea creature.
A snapping shrimp tries to clap, but just snaps awkwardly. A sea slug sighs into its kelp cocktail. Suddenly, Sandy stands on a crate near the stage, hootin' and hollerin' like she's at a rodeo.
That's right, Patrick. You tell that sign who's boss. Ain't no exit strong enough to outwit your existential confusion.
Thanks, Sandy. You always know how to yell support at the perfect volume for emotional damage.
He turns back to the crowd.
I once left a room by walking into a closet. 3 hours later, I found myself in a winter coat I didn't know I owned. That coat fit pretty well, but emotionally, it was 2 sizes too late.
A group of sardines in berets nod solemnly. They begin slow snapping instead of clapping.
Thank you. You've been an audience.
He starts walking toward the exit sign, then stops.
Or were you an entrance?
Lights fade to black. One last bubble floats up, then pops with no sound. In a burst of sudden inspiration, Patrick shouts triumphantly, striking a heroic pose, only to be immediately engulfed by confusion as his train of thought derails.
Thank you for showing up when no one else would, except the anchovies. They always show up, uninvited. Anyway, tip your servers, especially if they're seahorses. They have tiny wallets. Don't leave me like the others.
With a shrug of resignation, Patrick abandons his performance, leaving the audience in a state of bewildered amusement.
I shall now disappear, using the ancient art of turning sideways. I shall now disappear, using the ancient art of turning sideways. Look, I'm gone. I found the backstage, guys. It's squishy. Follow me, like, and subscribe, guys. Ngakak, Nanggung.